Peace. It's Kaba calling this joint Mother Goddess. These words to you has truly been a long time coming. When I finally realized how vital you are to my existence, I decided to stop running. You are who you have always been, and that's the goddess who birthed me. No matter what we have been through, the goddess you are is exactly how I see you. In the years, I have seen just how much life can do to us. Even though I didn't understand it before, I overstand it now. The anger I had before has turned into love thanks to me finally looking at the good things you did maternally. The Most High gave life to the goddess who birthed me, and for that I will appreciate you eternally. That right there, just keeping it plain and simple, was a long time coming for my mother, man. And we can all get our checklist out, talk about, messed up the credit and did this and was on drugs and you know what I mean? But I'm seriously at 30 dusting myself off from things that I did at least things that I did in my 20s. And the reason why I'm saying that is the fact that I finally came to realize, over the past year that no matter how many cliches you hear about, that's your mother, you should always love your mother, that's, you know what I mean? Like, the fact is, everybody has to reach an overstanding, man. Like, regardless if you had, good surroundings, bad surroundings, the whole truth to this game of life, this whole existence is to truly be better than your predecessors. Like, we all have greatness in us. So if you feel like your mother was a bad example, you know what I'm saying, then you learn from those bad examples. You know what I'm saying? I had two bad examples of a father, you know what I mean? So I was blessed in the sense of, like, learning from both of those examples and coming to an understanding of why conditions became what they did. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll give you one name, and that's Amani Shaketo from Nubia. And when you do the knowledge on that queen, man, and then a lot of other queens, goddesses, Isis and all that, it's like the woman has always had an important place within us, man. And in the time that people downplay her, call her kind of bitches and hoes, I don't care how much you love your mother, man, but if you can't truly look at your mother in her face and call her the goddess that she is, then it's not going to be a supreme overstanding, man. It's just not, man, because just because certain people don't see the greatness that they have within doesn't mean that, we as children have to carry it on with hate. You know what I'm saying? And our minds we're always learning, but at the same time, man, it's like when I finally let go of what was, I started to advance. You know what I'm saying? Like, I started to see different things, like through females I dealt with, through family members that I didn't see before. And even with the so-called father figures, man, I started to see a lot of the poison, a lot of the toxic that they were, continuously doing, man. And I mean, hey, I may not have been perfect, but I've always strived to be better than the people before me. So when I was able to give that to my mother, man, you know what I'm saying, it was just something very deep. And that's why I want to share with y'all, man, because I don't know how many people might be going through a similar situation, regardless of you in your early 20s and your late 30s or whatever. But at the end of the day, man, we have two different sides of the spectrum in life, man. You either are about life or you're about death, man. And when you see the people that really didn't help the cause of life, regardless if they're your family members or not, you have to truly see and delve into the different channels of why they did the things that they did. Even though you may not be that person, you still have to learn from their examples, whether bad or good, and move forward, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, my mother is me. No matter how much I try to deny it before, the stuff that I read in the past, like I would watch my mother read love novels, and it never dawned on me until recently, like, wow, she reading these love novels, obviously, because this is like a missing link for what she's not getting from the so-called men that was in her life. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, my whole existence, man, is truly an appreciation for her, man. And you know, I'm glad that I have her as an example. You know what I'm saying? Um, a lot of things changed ever since I gave her that piece, man. And all in all, man, you know, it's when we're grown, man, it's not to sit up there and just like still look out over our shoulders like, okay, when is my mother's gonna try to be a grandmother? When is she gonna do this? It's not about you anymore, man. It's you know what I'm saying? Like when you're grown, you learn, you add on. You know what I'm saying? You just omit the negative, man. You know what I'm saying? At least from being an influence in your life, you know, you release the grudges, man, because certain people are put in this earth for us to learn from, man. And I ain't going to drag this out any further, man. I just wanted to share this whole joint, man. I hope I ain't really zigzag too much with, you know, my words, man. I'm just trying to get a certain point of view across. All right? You know, it's time for the rebirth of the goddess. That's what she was when things all began. For every male, there was a female trait. There was a god and a goddess. You know what I'm saying? It's time for that thinking to get back and get off of this BT nonsense. Get off of this superficial nonsense, man. You know what I'm saying? Until you recognize the goddess that's in front of you, that birthed you, you're not going to truly have a full appreciation for the goddess that you have kids with. You know what I'm saying? She is your kids. The more knowledge you feed to her, the more you are of the words that you are learning, the more it's going to reflect. The moon can't shine without the sun. See? That is so deep right there. The moon cannot shine without the sun, man. Be your words. Walk your words. You know what I'm saying? Peace and blessings to everybody, man.